I am driving a project that is called Beewinged, and it's a project about bees and improving the situation for bees. It might sound strange that Ericsson is involved in the areas of bees, but it's not so strange. Ericsson has been committed for a long time to provide our knowledge and expertise to provide and help the world to reach the UN Sustainability Development Goals. And we have also observed that with the next generation, with 5G that we're working very much with now, it provides even better opportunities to use the technology that we are working with to also help in many areas. Like, for example, when you want to connect and collect data from devices. And it turns out that beehive is a lot of interesting data that you can collect and do a lot of good things with. So the project Beewinged is part of the projects that we're driving in Ericsson Garage Gothenburg. And Ericsson Garage Gothenburg is an innovation hub there. Ericsson is collaborating with external partners, Ericsson employees together with people from external partners and together with students are working in these projects. I will come back to the project Beewinged and in more detail what we do there. But first, go back to see why the area of bees are interesting. And bees has been important for people for a very, very long time. Even when we go back and look into ancient Egypt, you find beekeeping. And so they have been part of our society for a long time, and that is because they are so important in agriculture to get good yield and good quality in the fields, the crops that we are harvesting there. So, but what has happened then now, recently, or last 100 years, we have disrupted the number of people in the world, and that has also disrupted the scale of agriculture. That is pushing away habitats for bees, the honeybees, but it's also for feral bees and other insects in general. And we have observed that the bees are not feeling so well. It's actually not good at all. It's quite severe. We've observed a phenomenon like colony collapse disorder. There are bee colonies within a geographical area all simultaneously dies. And we also observed that for quite a long time now that the expected lifetime for a bee is going down. So they become in general weaker. A lot of different causes for this. Some are known and some are not known. What we know is about agriculture then, how that is done today. So what we then want to do is to help to change the situation, and we want to do that by connecting the beehive and collect data that can tell us about the general health of the bee, or the bee colony, I would say. And that is temperature in the hive that should be kept constant. And we have humidity that cannot be too high because that is not good. And then you can look at the activity in the hive, how much flight activity is it in the colony. That they are really going out and collecting pollen and nectar and bringing that back to the colony. We think then, as I mentioned, 5G is also providing new opportunities like collecting high-resolution pictures and video and those things. If you can collect that also from the hive, then you can start to in real time follow, for example, if it's growing mites in the colony, that the colony is starting to become mite infested. This data and the conclusion that we can draw for them will be a benefit for different groups in different ways. First of all, you have commercial beekeepers that have typically thousands of beehives distributed over big distances. So if he can follow what's happening in the different bee yards in real time, he can know when to go there and do the activities you need to do, feed them or harvest honey and so on, but also to go there in time to for example, then treat for mites. Sort of the same for the backyard beekeeper. That's typically maybe one or a few hives. And to know exactly what to do and when to do things is difficult. So we think also that we can bring up the success rate for the new beekeeper to make him or her more successful and to really keep the colonies alive. And the third group is researchers and governments, because, as I said, agriculture needs to change, and that has been observed. So there's a lot of initiatives ongoing to change agriculture to the better, to be more sustainable and ecological, better way of doing it. And if we can follow big scale, many beehives globally, we can also follow what initiatives have a positive impact that you can see in the bees, sort of. But I mean, that's the end goal, that the ecology shall be stronger and, for example, the bees and insects shall be more healthier actually. We would like really to connect with these stakeholders that I mentioned, like commercial beekeepers, to get tight collaboration with them, and backyard beekeepers that can also be part of shaping this and testing things that we do, and also researchers and governments. So if you're one of these stakeholders, or if you just are interested in the area and have knowledge and insight that you would provide here, we would like to hear from you.